All right. The last video I shared with us, I explained 15 things that you can actually mismanage, and that has a great capacity to affect your life on the longer term. If you've not watched the video, I'd advise you to go back to the previous video and listen to those things. And after listening to it, you can actually come here so we can actually start up our conversation. My major aim is helping people understand that there is no impossibility in life, and you can actually get things right for yourself no matter the stage you are in currently, no matter where you are in your life. Maybe you've traveled out of the country, or maybe you're still in the country, or maybe you are still wondering what your life is all about. um, I'm here to help you understand that everything is possible. Not just everything, anything is possible. Let me use the word anything is actually possible. So I'm going to share my story with you because I grew up in a family of six, the first, where we went through a lot to even for each and every one of us to get to where we are today, and we are still growing and we are still making progress. We've not gotten there yet. We're still in a preliminary stage. We've not even done anything. We are still making progress in our life. Um, my dad, it's a very hardworking man, and he taught us the importance of not just hard work but smart work. So we grew up in an environment where every morning we'll have to go to the dustbin. Like we'll have to go, and we use a small bottle. Like we pick bottles on the ground. For I don't know how many of us can actually relate with this. We go to dustbin, like where we have a large refuse dump, and we search for 50 ml, 100 ml bottle, 200 ml bottle, and we'll pick them. You understand, all these multivite bottle, and we go with a bag. And when we finish picking them, we are going to carry them like they're very heavy. We'll carry them like this, and we'll now go to the house and now peel the cork, remove the cover of the bottle, peel the cork, and soak it in the water. So we have like two big basins that we'll have to wash before we can even actually leave for school in the morning. So this was just like our routine every day in order for us to eat. So it's a long story. So as time goes on, I'm going to be sharing more details. So, but why am I saying this? That where you are today, you can choose to navigate your life differently. You can choose to say, okay, I came from this background does not mean that I'm going to stay there. You can choose to tell yourself, okay, I am here today, but this is not where I want to be. This is where I want to be. And what will it take me to be at this place? So, Bill Gates will say, you might not choose where you're being like where you're being born, but you can actually choose the kind of life that you want to live. You can choose to be rich. Choosing to be rich is dependent on you. Choosing to be wealthy is dependent on your choices you make. So wherever you want to go, I didn't just get here just immediately. It took time, it took consistent study, it took consistent mind work, it took consistent hard work and smart work before we got to this place, and we've not even started. So what am I trying to say? It's you make the decisions to say enough is enough. I'm tired of this. Who are the people that have achieved what I'm envisioning? Where are they? First of all, you start with who. Don't start with how. How can I make money? No. You start with who are the people that has achieved the goal I want to, that are in those places I want to? Who are the people that have achieved those results? When you start with who, so you identify who can actually help you, not how can I make money. No, who are those people that have achieved the results you want to achieve? That's the first thing you have to decide. You remember, in our last video I explained the 15 things people mismanage. One of them is relationships. Most people don't understand relationships, and most people don't understand the protocol of sustaining relationships. And I believe subsequently, as we continue, I'm going to be helping us understand the protocol of relationships, because there are different types of relationships, and if you don't know them, those of them, some of the relationships that comes into your life, you will definitely mismanage them and you lose them because you don't know. And in our current world, ignorance is not an excuse. That's why you must be a voracious reader. You must be a voracious someone that is hungry for knowledge. If you want to live where you are, you can't continue to think the same way you're thinking and expect the result to change. If you've solved a particular problem in this stage and you want to go to this stage, there was a thinking that brought you to this stage. So if you want to go over to this stage, you must increase that space. You must increase your level of knowledge and the level of information in order for you to be thinking in this level so you can get to this level. But you're still here. That's why I said in my previous video that I'm going to be explaining three major things from the 15 things I said the last time. See, my desire for you is that you prosper. My desire for you is that you become wealthy, not just rich. Rich is just money. I know you'll be rich, but I'm very intentional to help you understand that you can actually be wealthy. Not just wealthy, you can actually create wealth that will outlive you. Your children will be a partaker of it, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren. It will spread along, but it does not happen in a day. It requires hard work, smart work, and grace. Do you understand? So I promised you in the last video that I'm going to be explaining three things, and these are the basis of whatever I'm going to be, anything you're going to be listening to from my end, wherever you are in the world. These three things are very important. Once you mismanage them, you are programming yourself for failure. Once you mismanage these three things, you are automatically programming yourself to failure. It's just like you have a 3-foot seat where you have three legs. If you remove one, will that seat, will it stand properly? No. If you say you want to sit on one leg, you won't sit properly. You need three of them to be able to drive the kind of results you want. And trust me, you must be very intentional about your life. I'm taking my time to explain this. Number one, to challenge you that no matter how young you are or no matter how old you think you are, is perception. You can actually start now and you can actually start creating the kind of life you want for yourself. Three things. I think I'm running out of time. Three things, and I'm going to be explaining it in the next video because I'm very passionate and I only have limited amount of time to share with you on a daily basis. Well, we have three things, and the number one there that if you mismanage, it will affect you is your mindset. Your mindset, number one, your time, number two, and the money, or I call it the resources, number three. In the next video, I'm going to be expanding on this. I'm already out of time. In the next video, I'm going to be expanding on this because once you don't have the mindset to drive what you do, see, you start seeing the world in a different perception, in a different perspective. I will join you in the next video. Feel free to like and share if I'm actually adding value to you. Thank you very much for your time. Remember, you can create the kind of life you want for yourself, but you just have to be very intentional about it. Take charge.